What's up, V people? I'm getting really close to being ready to release the first version of my VMware APIs and Amazon Echo integration code to the masses. I just want to take a few moments to take you through some changes I've made to the platform overall, as well as show you a quick demo of a new intent that I've built. As we're getting close to release, I've started the process of cleaning up all the trash that's been made along the way. The GitHub page has had a proper README file attached with some light info on how to get started, as well as the Python components and platform components that are used to make this magic happen. The repo is still a private repo right now, but I'll be flicking that switch very soon. William Lam's been a great help not only in adding some new intents and API access, but also cleaning up a huge amount of my PEP 8 mishappenings that have been inside of a lot of the deeper Python code, without embarrassing me too much publicly about it. I've also removed a lot of unused code, as well as junk functions and junk files that were no longer being used for one reason or another. I've started to organize the folder and file structure into a little bit more of an intelligible fashion, with echo utterances and intents in their own speech assets folder. We're working with a templates.yaml file now that'll actually keep some of our more advanced speech patterns, and these will let us change the way that our Echo reads back words and letters to us. We also use Jinja templating to build some really advanced and cool functions, and this will grow in use as we start to use more slot-based stuff. We haven't made any changes to the actual Clarity UI at this point. There'll be a lot of changes coming to it. It just hasn't been something I've worked as much on since I got the initial revision in place. I've started dabbling in some more advanced intents, and with that said, I want to give a quick demo of one that I built called Report My Datacenter. This one's pretty special to me because the whole place this idea started with was the concept of how cool would it be to be away from home and be able to ask my Echo to report the status of my home lab. Let's go ahead and give it a spin. Alexa, ask Gideon, report my data center.
My vCenter environment is currently running vCenter 6.5 with build 5178943, and my appliance deployment health is green. My vCenter has been running for 255 hours. I currently have 37 CPU provisioned and 59.0 gigabytes of memory provisioned across 2 ESXi hosts. This represents a total of 17 virtual machines, of which 12 are currently powered on.
Cancel.
Gideon shutting down.
Pretty cool. Hope that excites people as much as it excites me. One interesting note that we'll have here is you can see that there's these messages in the logs about existing SID found using cached SID. This relates back to a pretty interesting, pretty cool code change that I made around setting up our REST authentications to actually leverage an existing SID if we still have one available, and if not, go ahead and pull a new one down. So we're a little bit more efficient in how we're doing authentication now, and that lets us be a lot faster with the API calls that we're doing. William Lam also did some great work around bringing in the VAMI and vSAN APIs, as well as doing some preliminary work to start some Power CLI integration that could be coming in the future if we can get it to operate a little bit faster. So there's some pretty cool things on the horizon with this project. I think it's going to start to get a lot more exciting, especially as we start to build out slots and be able to interact with individual objects within the platform. Stay tuned for more as this builds out, and keep an eye for when this private GitHub repo becomes public. I'll keep doing these videos until then. Take care, everyone. Have a cool weekend, and happy Father's Day to all those dads out there. Take care.